Happy Thursday, Canterbury. Welcome to Canterbury Live on Thursday, the 25th of June. Before we get into the show, just wanted to give a very special shout out there to two wonderful little girls, Maddie and Jess. I caught up with your granddad, Graham, yesterday, and he said that you do watch me, so that's wonderful. So thank you very much for that. And I've got something coming up that Granddad may be able to take you to. Yes, Disney on Ice is heading to Christchurch. Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream. Join your favourite Disney princesses and heroic princes in a classic meets contemporary celebration of 75 years of Disney princess stories. Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream at the Christchurch Horncastle Arena from the 7th to the 9th of August. Tickets available from Ticketek. And there we are, Disney on Ice, fantastic, happening in August, and tickets can be purchased through Ticketek. Rightio, the beautiful painting over my shoulder from Ira Mitchell-Kirk for June with a Matariki theme. It could furnish your home or your business. For either of these prizes, all you need to do is go through to our Facebook page, make sure you like us, you can even share us, or call us on 3777 033 and you could be a lucky winner indeed. Now, St Margaret's a wonderful, wonderful girls' school here in Christchurch, and they have a fantastic new production, yes, The Invisibles, and we meet the musical director and a couple of the cast members and tell you all about it. It's very fab indeed. We don't head out to Rana Park, but we have a bit of it, the wildlife come into the studio. I catch up with Elisa and find out exactly what's going on. Of course, the school holidays are just around the corner, and bullying, anti-bullying that is. Our Grego is in the studio giving us wonderful tips and tools against bullying in our schools. Very good messages indeed. Now in Christchurch, we are very fortunate to have a wonderful, wonderful relationship with Japan, and for many reasons. But I'm joined, my first guest is David Bolam-Smith. I'm very fortunate to be here because he's actually being honoured for that special relationship because of what he has done with our community. Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Oh, thank you, it's lovely to be here.
And we must acknowledge, of course, though, your QSM, you've got a Queen's Service Medal that you received.
Yes, I have indeed. I've been a very lucky boy.
You have been a lucky boy and probably a bit humble and modest. But today we really want to talk about a wonderful honour that you have been given from Japan. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I'm very honoured indeed to have received this award, which is called the Rising Sun with Gold and Silver Rays. I got a lovely letter from the Japanese ambassador, the ex-ambassador, informing me that the Japanese government, on behalf of the emperor, were going to bestow the award sometime this year.
Which is wonderful, and you will be presented at the embassy, isn't that right?
That's right, yes.
Yeah,
In
how
fact,
fantastic.
just yesterday I was informed that it was going to be in September this year at the Japanese embassy or at the ambassador's residence. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now, we'll take it back a couple of steps as far as your relationship with Japan. Now, you were the chair of the Christchurch Kurashiki Sister City Committee, weren't you?
Yes.
Explain to us about the committee.
Well, last year we had our 40th anniversary, and it started back 40 years ago with the businessman Michael Gorman. He saw the possibilities and the similar cities with the canal and the trading and the artistic and art centre of Christchurch, and decided that we should have a sister city. It was done, and 27 years ago I joined the committee, and I did 12 years as deputy chairman and 1 year as chairman last year at the 40th anniversary year.
So what are some of the most, because you must have had so many wonderful events, I mean, it's such a privilege to be a part of, but there must be some memorable ones that stick out for you then.
Yes, I think, the question is asked many times, what's the value of sister cities? And after the earthquake we had here in Christchurch, my house, and like many houses in Christchurch, was quite severely damaged, and I was picking up bricks and things that had flown around the yard, and around the corner of my house came 3 firemen from Kurashiki City, And I kind of said, man, I'm hallucinating from from the stress, you know, what are they doing here? But apparently the Mayor Ito, the Mayor of Kurashiki City in Japan, she just said to the fire brigade, you know, 3 people, we want you to go down there, take the masks and water and this, and they arrived just very, very quickly. So for me, that, and they not only to our place, but around the city and helping at the CTV building and all that. And also, the mayor and the councillors and the citizens went out into the street, into the railway stations physically and collected $300,000 for our earthquake appeal, which was donated to the Mayor's Fund, Merrill Fund. So, you know, that is certainly the most outstanding event for me.
But also, when we're talking about these 3 firemen coming in the corner, I mean, that just highlights how much you're respected.
Yes, yes, and how much the people of Kurashiki value our relationship, and for it to last 40 years sort of indicates the depth, and it's a very much people-to-people relationship with business on the outside rather than driven by business with a few things on the side.
The way it should be.
Yes, and there are people there in Kurashiki I've known for over 20 years, you know, and we just, it's home for me, you know.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We'll talk about it in a moment, actually, with Japan being home, but, and the Prime Minister actually visited, and that was quite special in itself, wasn't it, from Japan?
Yes, yes, it was, when he came to New Zealand, he came to Auckland to visit the Prime Minister and what have you. But he also wanted to come to Christchurch because lots of his country folk died down here. And he indicated that he'd like to do so, so it was arranged. And I got the call and to be at the cathedral on such a time and such a date, and I said why, and they said because the Japanese Prime Minister's coming and he wants to see your sculpture and the cathedral and what have you, and he arrived and
that was it. I think we've got an image actually of that special time, so there we are on that beautiful sculpture you commissioned. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely, and the I think also the parents really appreciated that he actually prayed for their children, you know, in front of the sculpture.
Well, all the very best, and enjoy that time at the Embassy when you collect award. And I believe you're over to Japan to visit your 2 children, daughter and a son. That's just amazing. So the connection's even stronger, which is wonderful. Congratulations, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. Righty-ho, after the break, entertainment galore, yes. El Grego, The Magician, and The Invisibles production from St Margaret's. Well, if you're looking for High School Musical, you better not go to the next production at St Margaret's, because it's all about being anti-High School Musical right here in NZ. And I'm joined by the musical director and co-writer of the musical, Luke DeSoma.
Hello.
Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Thanks for having us.
Next to you, very hard to cull down the girls who was actually going to come on the couch today. So the lucky girls are Gabby McDonald, who's playing Lauren. Welcome. And Nora Malaveld.
Hi.
Is that all right?
That's
not too
right.
bad. Not
That's
too bad.
great.
My Dutch pronunciation there, playing Sophia. So welcome also to Canterbury Live. Luke, I love it. I love it. High School Musical. No, I love this whole anti.
Right, yeah.
You know, the New Zealand version of anti-High School Musical. How did it come about?
So basically, this is an idea I had about a year and a half ago now, about what I thought was a kind of a need to write a musical for New Zealand high school students. So there are lots of things out there for high school students who love musical theatre. I think about Pitch Perfect and Glee and High School Musical, and they're wonderful, and this whole setting it in a high school really works, but I thought there was a wee ingredient missing for New Zealand high school students, which was having it in a New Zealand high school and kind of setting it around New Zealand issues and something that the students could really relate to. So I think they always got the high school thing, and they always got the youth thing and the messages of acceptance and looking after each other, but I thought that there was a kind of a New Zealand ingredient missing. So that was the initial impetus for that, and then I got together with Dan Bain, who's my friend and co-writer, and we...
Still friends?
Yes.
Quietly? Yeah,
Ask
right,
me on
okay,
Monday.
great,
Once we've
good.
opened.
Yeah.
At this point, we're still friends. And so we've been working on it for just over a year now. And lucky for us, St Margaret's wanted to do it.
I know, and it is such a beautiful auditorium, isn't it, girls? You're very, very
It's
lucky there.
fantastic space to
Incredible. Now, there's some issues that are raised within the musical, so it's very clever writing. So can you tell us about those?
Well, it's predominantly focused on issues of bullying. So we get that both from the girls' slightly more catty perspective and the boys' more aggressive way of going about it. Sometimes it's quite cringe, it's quite sad, but it's been a fantastic piece to act and to perform.
It incorporates a lot of humour with it as well. So it's
Exactly, yeah.
It's not like
Very
super.
funny.
It's like super like.
It's not like
slit your wrists
intense,
serious.
like depressing.
Yeah.
No.
Dark and deep and
No.
yeah.
It's dark in places, but Dan's style very much is dark and funny.
Yeah,
and
which
so-
is great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
clever. Tell us about the music though.
So yeah, it's all original music, obviously, and it's been largely kind of written for the students. So like I knew that these guys were around. I've been working at St Margaret's for a few years, and so the music, hopefully, people will enjoy. It's really eclectic, lots of different styles. We've got a 5-piece band who play live. It's eclectic, hopefully tuneful and catchy, and I think the kids seem to be enjoying singing it. And
Some happy faces I can see there. There we go.
Yeah.
There's some shots there from rehearsal time.
so you get a wee bit of a glimpse of what the show looks like. So. Yeah, but there's some really exciting moments, some beautiful moments, some fantastic choreography. It's actually a huge production. I mean, there are about 70 people on stage.
Yeah.
Plus a bunch of boys we've got a boy from Christ College, a couple of boys from Boys High, St Thomas's, and
Aren't they
and
lucky?
stuff. Yeah, so
crikey.
I think kind of 8 boys to 70 girls. It's either Christmas morning or they're terrified.
So they're paying you to go in? Are they paying to act then?
We'll
Obviously,
see.
that's not a bad gig, is it
Not a
really?
bad gig, I think
It's
you're
pretty
right.
cool and good. Okay. Hey, tell us also though, if we're going along to watch it, for you girls, what would you say to the other schools that would come along to potentially watch the production? What can they expect out of it?
It's different. Like, obviously, most of the kind of musicals you see nowadays, obviously all very Americanised, and a lot of the ones you see at other high schools, they're what you'd expect to see. But obviously, because it's new, it's something different for everyone.
It's local and it's relevant and it's incredibly relatable, which I think is the best part of the comedy, is that because it is so New Zealand, all the schools that are coming to the matinee, all the schools or the school kids who will come on the nights will find something in it to relate to.
How
inevitably.
important was that to you?
It's the whole reason it exists, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that I don't expect everyone. It's really dangerous as a writer to say everyone who's going to come is going to relate to it, right? That's not our job necessarily. But I think hopefully, if we've done our job, touch wood, it's slightly more relatable than your average musical, because it's not only set in New Zealand high school, but it's not just about the issues, because that sounds obvious, but it's about the kind of people. I mean, I was bullied at school, Dan was bullied at school. I was an artistic kid who didn't quite fit in, didn't work out really. So there's little bits of Dan and I kind of in every character. Like there's little bits of us. You know, I loved cricket, but I also loved music, and I wanted to do this and that kind of deciding what to do with your life and how do you fit in and what does school mean to you. So it's hopefully people experience that through the characters and maybe see themselves, and if they are reminded of their own high school experience in some
Cringe
ways,
factor,
then,
yes.
then that's only good. Yeah?
Great,
Yeah,
good on you. Well,
definitely.
congratulations, girls, and to the rest of the team. I know we've got in the control room a
Yeah.
lot more girls out there that are not on in the studio, but congratulations. It's a big effort. And also you've got NCA happening and all that there, so it's a juggling thing as well.
Yeah.
So well done to you, my friend. I
Thanks.
look forward to hearing what the next production will be.
Yes, well, yeah, come and see Spamalot in September.
Oh, there we
but-
go, rightio. But tickets
But
though.
Focus for Us, Invisibles, June 29th.
Yes.
I'm just going to do the sales pitch.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. That's
Monday
great.
night.
You couldn't tell that he's actually in media, could you? Really,
Event-
the family's there somewhere.
Event Finder, right?
Yeah, Event Finder.
Yeah, sorry, I'll let you do this.
29th of June to the 2nd of July, happening at St Margaret's in the beautiful auditorium there. Tickets are available at Event Finder. Thank you, my friend. Very cool indeed.
Andrew.
Now it's all about magic with our Grego.
Hi viewers, this is El Grego the Magician, national presenter of Trustpower's You've Got the Power anti-bullying school show. But today I'm going to share some of the tips we share in schools with you viewers at home, hoping it'll help you with issues of bullying that you may find you come across. But first of all, let me bring out my special guest today who likes to meet people not only at school but at home. It's Stinger the bee. Hey Stinger, thanks for coming to share with us. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, there's something in your mouth. Oh, sorry, a little ball in the mouth. Sorry about that. Oh, there's another one. No, look, we've got to move along, Stinger. We've got a show on here. Stinger, that's enough, please. Come on. I said stop it. Sorry, that's the last one. Definitely the last one. There you go. Sorry. Now, Stinger, yeah. Is it true that a bee lives in a beehive with 20,000 other bees? It's true, and it's not easy to get along. No, I'm getting teased, called names, and picked on. You're getting teased, called names, picked on. Stinger, I'm going to tell you something right now that's a real buzz when it comes to bullying. What's that? Just using your wits.
Huh?
Wits.
What's that?
We see kids all over New Zealand are doing it now. It's huge. Each letter stands for something. Okay, give me a W. W.
What's that stand for?
Well, I can tell you, Stinger. I can tell you. W stands for walk away, Stinger. Walk away. Now, someone starts calling you names. Someone's making fun of you, Stinger. You've got the power to turn around and just walk away. I could do that. I think I'd say, ta-ta. I'd say, gotta go. I'd say, see you later. I'm sure you could say that too, Stinger. But at the I, I's my favourite. I stands for ignore. Stinger, what are you doing? Ignoring you. No, come here, Stinger. No. That's what you do if they're calling you names. They're trying to upset you, Stinger. But when you ignore them, it doesn't work. Oh, I like that. What about the T? T is for talk, Stinger. If someone keeps picking on us, we need to talk about it. Stinger, who would you talk to? Well, that's easy. Let it go, Stinger. Let it out, Stinger. I'd talk to, thank you, Stinger, a teacher. A teacher, Stinger. Yeah. Oh, you clever bee. Well, teachers sort things out quickly. Good thinking, Stinger. Now, is there someone else you could talk to? Yes. Thank you, Stinger. I'd talk to, yeah, None or Dad. Your mum or dad? Yeah. Well, mums and dads, they want you to have a great day down at your school. Talk to them. They can help you along the way. Is there someone else? Yeah, I could talk to you, Al Grego. Yeah, woo, raise the roof, Stinger. You can talk to a friend, and it's often a friend at school who will help you out. Now, you got an S. S stands for stop, Stinger. Stinger, what are you doing? I stopped. No, Stinger, come here. No, that's what you can say. You can always say, hey, stop, I don't like this. Good thinking. Next time I'm getting teased, I'm going to use my wits. Yeah. Hey, Stinger. Yeah. Wits is a small word that can make a big difference. For sure. Thanks. I got to go. See you later.
It's now or never. Come hold me tight.
Nice. But Elvis's, I don't know, relevance to Rana Park, but you know, I'm sure he liked animals at some point in his life. I'm joined now by head keeper of native fauna and domestic animals. Put that on your name badge. Elisa Sultan, welcome to Canterbury Live.
Thank you for having me.
That's okay. We're just talking just quietly about it's so cold in the mornings at the moment. How are the animals faring out there?
Not too bad, depending on who they are. Some of them have extra shelters and some of them have heat pads and heaters, so they do pretty good. Others get extra food to help
It was heat pad, not a heat pump. That'd be a bit bizarre, wouldn't it? Crank the old heat pump
Be
up.
pretty lucky.
And the enclosures. Okay, so describe to us your role then about the domestic animals, because when we think about zoos, a lot of the time it's the big cats and, you know, the bigger the better.
Yeah, so I oversee all the New Zealand birds and reptiles, and then we have all the domestic animals. So those are the animals for kids, really. So you can get up really close, you can feed them, you can actually pet them, because a lot of the animals we have there you definitely wouldn't want to pet.
Well, you could pet them once.
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be it.
And that would be it. That'd be another form of entertainment. Okay, so the kiwi.
Yeah.
Beloved kiwi. That must be quite a privilege too.
They're one of my favourite birds to work with. I absolutely love them. Everyone that meets them and gets to know
Oh,
them
look at
love
that.
them. Yeah.
So how old is this? This is a chick. What do you call a kiwi, baby kiwi?
Chick.
A chick? Yeah. Okay.
So
Rightio.
that little kiwi there is about 15 days old. So they're really cool because when they hatch, they just look like a mini version of an adult, and they have a lot of personality for a tiny little bird.
Oh, they're just beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a bit special.
Gorgeous.
Too cute. So does the breeding happen locally here?
Yeah, so we have quite a few breeding pairs at Orana, and we're about to launch into breeding season right now. We've just ticked over into the start of it, so we've seen a few of our birds out dragging stuff to their nest boxes. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have to play special music to get them in the mood, or how does that work? Is it all on particular days? It's very much
we just
science.
put lots of stuff in the enclosure so they can build their nests, but it's all up to them. The weather kind of helps make them know what time of the year it is. So,
oh, wow. So you do manipulate it a little bit.
Not too much, it's just giving them all the right stuff, so making sure they've got extra boxes, because they have nest boxes as well as roost boxes, so they have different places to go.
Okay,
sleep.
now blue ducks are another special animal, aren't they? So we've got some shots of them as well. Tell us about the blue duck.
They're a really cool native bird. They're on the $10 note if anyone's looked at that. They're a beautiful bird. They're very endangered though. Designed for the high rapids, so found quite high up in the mountains. So they have a really cool rubber lip around the edge of their bill, which means they can actually go in the really high rapids and go against the rocks without damaging their bill, which is really cool.
That's amazing. Okay, it's a hardcore duck, that is, isn't it? Really. The keas. Now they can be annoying, can't they?
They have a well-earned reputation in New Zealand. We like to remind people that they're a really intelligent bird, and the mountains is their playground, and we come to them, and unfortunately everything we bring is usually really exciting. They're unlike most birds who would be scared of new things. Kia are not. You can put anything near a kia and they'll want to know what it is. Can they break it? Can they pull it? Can they snap it? So
yeah, love aerials, don't they? They just love those car aerials. Rightio. And the farmyard. As you said, the children love it, don't they? Getting in there and getting up close.
Adults also quite love it too.
Oh, do they just?
Yeah. But no, it's a really good place for kids. We have lots of new animals in there at the moment, so lots of turkeys. We've got gypsy
and I love those leg warmers
banners.
that you've put on. Who is this horse?
We've got Crystal and Pearl. That's Crystal there. We get them out and walk them around during the school holidays, so you should see them out and about if you head out to the park. Very popular horses, lovely girls.
Oh, great. It got very well looked after. Now, school holidays are coming up. It's frightening, just in a couple of weeks. Do you have a special holiday deal? Because Runner Park, you're so good for that.
We do. So if you go to our website, you can actually find a coupon, and that will let you get 2 children in with a paying adult for free. So you get 2 kids for free, just as long as you've got the coupon. So it's awesome.
That's fantastic. So free for 2 children with 1 paying adult. And the voucher is on the Rana Park website. So we just print it off, bring it in, and it's as simple as that.
It is.
And you've got a great cafe there as well, especially on these cold days. I know you've got some great goodies there. To restrain yourself from them.
Nice and toasty warm, and there's lots of cool things. So our Kia Avery, I highly recommend. We've got lots of youngsters in there, but we've also got a baby rhino who is amazing and definitely worth seeing. He usually turns up for the feed time. And then, of course, the giraffe, which are always amazing. And we've got young cheetah cubs at the moment as well. So
beautiful. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you come back and maybe you could maybe bring an animal next time in another life. Yeah. Maybe not the horse, maybe not. We might fight him for his leg warmers. Good on you. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. On tomorrow's show, we're joined by the Christchurch Casino and Jared McCulloch, CTV News. Have a fantastic Thursday.